Hello, I'm Ron Zillmer. I'm the founder of Legacy Trees, and I want to share with you just a little bit about the journey I've been on that's brought me to this point in my life with growing my Legacy Tree company. So, grew up in west central Wisconsin, and all I knew growing up was I loved walking in the woods with my dog. Therefore, I went into forestry. UW-Stevens Point is where I landed for my undergraduate degree in forestry with an urban forestry emphasis. I discovered that I had more of a passion for urban trees than rural trees. That experience at UW-Stevens Point gave me 1 week with Dr. Alex Shigo, at the time the top researcher in the world in trees, tree decay, fungi. Dr. Shigo told me that 90% of what we know about trees is above ground. 90% of the problems with trees is below ground. He said, if you go to graduate school, you study that below ground part. That's where we need help. And that led to a connection with Purdue University, where I did a master's degree in tree physiology. I had the opportunity to study with Dr. William Cheney and Dr. Harvey Holt at Purdue University, and I got my head full of root systems and tree physiology and how trees move things through the soil into the root system and up the tree. I went on to the City of Milwaukee Forestry Division because I wanted access to a lot of trees. I wanted to see root systems, and Milwaukee gave me that opportunity. So the 9 years I spent there, I collected root systems. First year I was there, the city forester said, we've got a problem. Our trees are dying. We've tried to replace the elms 2 or 3 times now. And basically I covered a football field with root systems that we brought in from the field, from our trees, and discovered this issue of deep planting with basal rot and girdling roots. And it physically took those root systems to convince people we had a problem. So the first priority was to change how the city of Milwaukee planted trees. That spilled over into presenting on root systems and taking my collection on the road to go talk to people and doing seminars. And for 30 years, I tried to get people to just take the package these trees were grown in and fix them at planting time. I called my seminar 20 minutes in the life or death of a tree. It's the 20 minutes you have to correct that root system at planting time, get it at the right depth. After 30 years of doing that, people kept asking me, well, how would you do it? So I went to the drawing board, and I decided to approach it from how does a tree want to grow a root system? It doesn't want to grow it in a plastic pot. It doesn't want 98% of its root system sheared off at planting time when it gets lifted with a spade. So I went into it with, I don't know if I can do this where it's economically feasible. I'm just going to see what it takes to grow these root systems. So that led me to my platform system, where I grow the trees above ground and finish them. They start out field grown, and we control the process from start to finish. And it's a high oxygen root environment, which roots need oxygen. Most people don't get that. So in this high oxygen root environment, we're also seeing growth that is off the charts. The bottom line is we arrived at a system that by reverse engineering what we were doing, we were able to get to a price point where we were competitive with other wholesale trees on the market in other types of packages, whether it be ball and burlap or container grown. We have a patent pending on our planting blade, our platform system for the trees, and it's important. You know, we've discovered something here, and we want to protect it to a certain point. But the other part of this is our 5-year warranty. People and the companies I deal with were, are you sure you want to do that? And I said, I believe in this so much that I will.